Okay, let's understand the question. It says that a seller increased the price of an item by X% and then decreased it by Y%. What is the original price of the item if X is an odd perfect square less than 10? So if we understand the question well, that's our first step. Now, what's the price that is required? Let's say the price is P, right? Let's say that is P dollars. We do not know the original price. Let's consider it as P dollars. Now, what is happening here that it says that it got increased. This P got increased by X%, right? It got increased by X%. So what will be the new value? That will be 1 plus X upon 100 of P. That will be the price after this X% increase. Similarly, decrease of Y%. Now this value is getting decreased by Y%. That means 1 minus Y over 100 of which value of this particular price, that is 1 plus X over 100 into P. So that's the final price of the product, which was initially P and now it is 1 minus Y upon 100 times 1 plus X upon 100 times P. That's the final price of the product. And also the question, if we understand, it says X is an odd perfect square. That means what are the possible values for X? That has to be odd. It has to be a perfect square. So how many perfect squares which are odd less than 10? That is 1, right? 1 is a perfect square of 1 itself. 1 square is 1. And the other value that has to be 9, which is a perfect square, right? 9 is an odd number, which is a perfect square of 3. 3 square is 9, right? So X could be 1, it could be 9. So there are two possible values for X given in the question if we understand it carefully. Now, first statement, it says that the price of an item after X% increase and Y% decrease is 2475. That means this value, that's the final price from the second statement, that is 1 minus Y upon 100 into 1 plus X upon 100 times P is equal to 2475. 2475, right? So we are not able to find out the price. What is the price? The question asks us about the price. P cannot be calculated. Why? Because X and Y are unknown. From first statement, P cannot be calculated. Let's understand statement 2 alone now. Y is equal to 2x. So in this, the Y part is 2x. That means 1 minus 2x over 100 into 1 plus x over 100, right, times P. That's the final price. We do not know how much is the final price and hence cannot find out the value of P. Similarly, so we can say that from statement 2, P cannot be calculated. Why? Because we do not know what's the value of X. It could be 1, it could be 9. So nothing can be calculated about the value of P. So second statement, not sufficient. Let's club them. Statement 1 and statement 2. If we club them, we understood that this value, right, the final price, that is 2475. That is 2475. Now we know that X is 1, it or X could be 9. Now if we substitute 1 time in this equation and the other time as 9, the value of P will have a different value. When we substitute X as 1, the value of P will be different as compared to substituting X as 9, the value of P will be different. So we'll be having two values for the P. The price of the product will not have a definite value. That means even after clubbing, we are not getting the definite value for the variable P. That means option E being the correct, nothing can be deduced, or the statements are not sufficient to answer the question. Option E is the correct answer here. I hope you got the understanding. So always remember to understand the question very carefully, and similarly try to understand both the statements individually, then only club the two statements together in order to reach the correct answer. Now let's understand the next question.